Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, we are now moving on to the hard example for recurring decimals, changing them into fractions. And we've been given this example here. Express 1.4133. Well, the dot top of the 3 means that 3 will then carry on forever. That's where the repetition is. Now this question looks quite different than what we normally used to doing. The first difference is we have a whole number, and the second difference is that before we say we're looking for a repeating pattern, does it repeat every 2 digits, every 1 digit, or every 3 digits? Here we seem to have a pattern that doesn't seem to really repeat, because we have 4, 1, 3, and the 3 only repeats. But what about the 4 and the 1? So we're going to see in this question how we deal with this type of question. Okay, just give me one moment. I think this is okay. Right, that's better. Okay, right. Something like get much sound in this. Right. Okay. Right. There you go. What we say the same again. What we need to do first, we need to split this number up into its components. So we can say first of all that we have a 1, so we have a whole number part and a decimal part. Okay, and we can see that the 3 is the one that carries on and carries on and carries on going. So what we're going to deal with here, we're going to leave the 1 at the moment alone. We'll introduce it back at the end. And we're going to be concentrating on the decimal component, decimal part of it, converting that into a fraction. Okay, lovely. Right, let's have a look at that question. And as we said before, we say let x equal it. So let x to equal 0.4133333 recurring, going forever. Now, we need to find a way to get these digits here to line up with the digits underneath. So when we take them away, we eliminate them. So first step that we're going to do, we're going to try 10x. So 10x will give us 4.133333. Now we can see that these 3s are matching up from here. These are matching up, but we can see that that these numbers here do not. These numbers do not match up. Okay, I'm giving that little kind of thing in a moment. Now, so let's try after 10x. Let's try now 100x. So 100x, we times that by another 10 basically. So we now get 41.333333. So now we're getting more numbers which are matching up, but not all. So these 3 match up from the top column to the bottom. They match up nicely, but we're not getting a matching up over here yet. Okay, can you see that they're not matching up there? Because when we're going to take them away, we're going to still end up with a decimal part of the number. And we want to eliminate decimal part of the number. So let me just quickly get rid of that last little thing there. Okay, now let's try the next one. Let's try, okay, let's try 1000x. Oops. So if you multiply our original number by 1000, we're basically going to move this decimal point to 1 place that way. So the 413.333333. Now if you can see me, I'm smiling. That is the place that we want to be. Why am I happy now? Because all the digits after the decimal point are now matching each other. So is that a good position to be in, or that's the good position to be in? Why? Because when we minus these, they will become 0. And that's what we want to do, eliminate the decimal part of the number. So now, we are now going to be dealing with which part of the number. Let's show you which part of the number we're dealing with. Okay, let's choose the green. So the question now, whoops, I think that box is, okay, let's just quickly undo that box. I think we left the box quite, okay, because of the nature of the, okay, I think I'm not going to do it much higher up. I'll just do manually. Okay. Okay, so we're dealing with that. Now, what do we say? All the decimal digits, all the digits after the decimal point all line up. So that's a good situation to be in. And we are now going to do what we've done before. We are going to subtract in order to eliminate them. So now we're not doing between 100x and x or 1000x and x. We are subtracting between these two, and which ones match. So we say 1000x minus, remember we were subtracting upwards. 1000x minus 100x will give us what? 900x. Even though it's written on top, that's not a problem. And then we have 413.33333 minus 41.33333. What will that give us? So if we work that out, that will give us a value of 372. I'm going to check that for me, please. Yeah, 413 point that. Just do 413 minus 41 because the 3 is already cancelled anyway. Double check 413 minus 41 is 372. Yeah, happy with that? Lovely. So we have now gone into the situation where we were before. Nice, lovely whole numbers, no decimal points, no decimal parts or components of the number. Nice and lovely place to be. And we can now hopefully solve the equation. So we say we got to work at x. X has been timed by 900. So the opposite of multiplying by 900 is dividing by 900. So we can say x is equal to 372 divided by 900. Now we need to simplify this fraction down. So the first point of call we could divide it by is a number that we can see will quite easily divide into it. What will that be? 3. So we get 372 and we divide it by 3. The bottom number will quite easily become 300. And the top one will become 1, 2. So 3 and 7 is 2 remainder 1. And that will become 4. Okay, are we happy with that? Now, the top and bottom number now will further divide again. What can we divide them by? They will both divide by 4. Now, how many 4s do we have in 300? If we divide 300 into 4, to divide 300 by 4, we halve it and halve it again. 300 divided by 2 is 150. 150 divided by 2 is 75. And the top number, if we divide that by 4, that will give us an answer of 31. Now, we have nearly finished. Remember, do you remember in the beginning we said we had a 1? And we said we're going to unite them together. Okay, so now we have the 1, the original 1. Remember the 1 add the decimal component. So it'll be 1 and 31 over 75. So that is the final answer. Because there's 1 and the decimal number. The decimal number is now represented by the fraction. So if we combine them together, we get a mixed fraction. We get 1 and 31.75. Remember here was the 1 originally. And that 1 is over here. And the 31 over 75 is here, now over there. I'll be happy with that example. Okay, that's as hard as it'll get for that kind of question. So a little bit more playing about the numbers and combining whole numbers back with the fraction numbers, giving mixed fraction answers. Okay, right. I'm going to leave you with a question that I want you to try on here. So here's everybody who's following us, and for my student here. Let's have a go at this number. Change that into a fraction, please. And that's the end of this video today.